Hello, hello, beautiful people. Patricia Neely here. I hope everyone had a good day. It is Monday, I do know that. And I know it's tough to kind of get started and get going. But that's all good. It You can get through it. And I hope everyone has success this week. And you're productive this week. What I wanted to kind of talk with you about is something that'll be helpful to get you going on Mondays and to get you going each day through the week. I think it's important to know what you can do to get motivated and get going because not every day is it's going to be easy to do so. So I wanted to share with you 8 steps to build your motivation. You got to get motivated to stay motivated. So you got to keep, encouraging yourself. You got to keep pushing yourself through because if you don't do it, then no one else will. So you have to be your own cheerleader first. Then it's secondary if everyone else cheers you on, but you're your own cheerleader. So just wanted to share that with you, but it can be difficult to get yourself motivated in the morning, especially Monday mornings. So I know Mondays are not everyone's best day of the week. You just had 2 days off and now gotta go back into the swing of things and get going again. So I know it's tough, but you can get through it. Nothing's impossible, so you can get through this. Um, so, to make your mornings easier and set yourself up for a productive day, I did come up with 8 quick motivational steps that you should follow that will allow you to push yourself in the morning and you will have even more productive days and get more done if you follow these 8 steps. Now, will you do these 8 steps every day? I don't know, but it's important to try. Again, it takes 21 days to create a habit, make something a habit. Again, if you can do it consistently for 21 days, then you will be making this a habit, and the chances of you staying consistent with this are more positive than negative. So, just wanted to go over these with you. Won't take too much of your time. The first step to building your motivation is getting up early. So I personally try to get up early so that I can get my mind going, get focused, and get my thoughts together. I do a devotion in the morning to get myself going. It's important to do this because you need to get you need to get your thoughts together. We all have so much going on in our head. I mean, I juggle a couple of different business ventures that I do, and to keep myself together, um, I need to get my thoughts together. I'm not a morning person, but I do try to get myself focused and get myself amped up, ready to get things done. So, what I do is I have a paper calendar, so I keep one of these too. I went back to old school, old fashioned. I keep a paper calendar as well as I put it in my iPhone, and I also use Outlook. And the reason I don't just trust my iPhone is the iCloud on the iPhone. To me, I think it's terrible, my opinion. I have appointments that I've put in my iPhone disappear, don't know where they go. They go into space somewhere in the clouds, but they're not on here when I need them to be. So I personally keep a paper calendar now, and I also put in an Outlook. It pops up right in your face. And I've learned to do that when I, worked a 9 to 5 and I juggled several positions where I worked, I had so much to do that I had to keep a calendar to keep myself focused, to make sure everything got done, to make sure I oversaw everything that needed to get done because I was a manager as well. Um, it was just so important to do. So I kind of took this mindset and I built it into my life, into my business ventures that I do too, to keep me on course and to keep me keep everything where they need to be and get things done. So the first one is get up early. The second one is eat a good breakfast. You are what you eat. People who have consistently healthy diets are 25% more likely to have high job performance and 20% more likely to be more productive. You gotta you gotta put food into your body. You need substance. It fuels your body, gets you going in the morning. You can't. It's like driving a car. You cannot drive a car that does not have gas. It's eventually it's gonna stop. So you need to fuel your body. You need to eat something in the morning and to get you going, and it's healthy. You have to eat something, preferably something that's protein. A bagel will do it, but again, you probably won't like how you feel after you eat the bagel. Feel a little bloated. You're not gonna like the uncomfortableness that it makes you feel. My opinion. Again, if you want your bagel, go ahead. But being in the health industry too, again, you gotta eat some protein. So that's number two. So get up early and then eat a good breakfast. Number three is optimize the alarm. So what I do is I set my iPhone, which I use as an alarm, and I set it for 3 to 4 different times. So if I have to wake up at 8, I set it for 6:30, 6:45, 7, 7:15, 7:20, so that by the third alarm ring, I'm getting up. Because at that point, I'm like, all right, I gotta go. I kind of play that's something I do for me, plays a trick on my mind and gets my body going. Um, Whatever works for you, that's what you should do. But if this helps, I've heard a lot of people who do this, or they set their alarm ahead of time, an hour ahead of time, so they know if it rings, they still have some time to sleep. Um, but again, whatever works for you, that's what you have to do. Um, so that's number three. Get up early, eat a good breakfast, optimize your alarm. Number four is work out. So you should be working out at least 3 to 4 times a week. I'm gonna be honest, I don't work out every day. I do try to get some exercise in the morning, but I don't do anything extreme. Um, but you need to do something because what this does is, if you notice when you go to the gym, you come out feeling refreshed, you come out feeling in a good mood, it gets you going. So imagine if you worked out in the morning a couple of times, you would be 3 times ahead of the game than everyone else that does not, because if you eat your breakfast, you get up early, you do your exercise, I mean, you're up to a good start already. So working out is important. It will change your mood and it will allow you to be more productive. So that is number four. Number five, start with your why. It's hard to get excited about getting out of bed in the morning when you're not totally sold on what you're getting up for. And even if you love everything about your job, the daily grind can make it hard to keep your eye on the prize all the time. So, what's your why? Why do you get up? Is it you need to feed your family? You need to pay your bills? Um, if you're building a business, you need to get your business to a certain level so that you work less. I mean, I personally would not work less because that's just my mindset. But what's your why? You have to figure that out. And only you know what your why is. Everyone has a why. You don't just get up in the morning and say, well, I'm just going to go to work because there's nothing else to do. I don't think. I think you could find other other things to do that are worth more of your time if you didn't have to go to work. So think about what your why is and allow that to motivate you as well. So that was number 5. Number 6 is remind yourself of your wins. So it's all well and good to know that you love sales because you believe in your product, but on days you've dealt with rude prospects, been reprimanded by your boss, and lost a big deal you've been chasing for weeks, you're going to need a more concrete reminder as to why you're doing what you're doing. So again, you're not going to always have good days. It's the name of the game. Not everyone's polite. Not everyone appreciates your time. And they're not going to be apprehensive to everything you're saying because there are a lot of people in this world that are know-it-alls and they feel like they know everything and they could accomplish and in their mind they could create the world again. And that's how some people are. They're not open to hearing. Again, if you're an expert in a certain area and that's what you know, and you know this because this is what you've been doing for a certain amount of years, then some people should respect you for that. It's like when you go to a doctor's office, you don't go to the doctor's office. Some people do, I've seen it, and tell the doctor what they're supposed to be doing and what your diagnosis is. Um, that's their expertise. They spend thousands of dollars, um, studying and becoming a doctor. Several years, 8+ years becoming a doctor. So they know what they're doing. They have to go through intensive um, education to know what they're doing. So for someone to actually come in and tell them what they should be doing or what they should be prescribing to them is okay, know your role, know your place. Everyone has their place and everyone has their expertise, and you should be doing what you're proficient at, what you know how to do. So again, um, you have to remind yourself of the pluses that you've done. So if you've had these big sales, if you has had these great days, you've had your business grew to its another level that you wanted to grow, you got to remember those days because that's what's going to push you to continue to say, well, I got to this point, I got to this level of my business, but I want to see it go to this level. And then I want to see it go to the next notch. Um, that should get you motivated because you want to see your next step of achievement. So that's another reason to get you motivated. So that was number 6. Number 7 is do something that makes you happy. So set aside some time each morning to do something that makes you happy, whether it's reading a chapter from a book you love or making a delicious breakfast that you love. Like I love omelets, so maybe I'll make myself an omelet. Um, you have to do that because what that will do is if you dedicate the time to improving your personal life, it will pay dividends in your career as well. So again, you have to do things you love. It's called me time. And if you love reading this book, you love listening to a favorite song, you have to do that. It's important. You need to have a balance in life. I love to work, 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 but sometimes I know when I have to say, all right, cut it, have some me time, and relax. So that is number 7. And number 8, remind yourself of your goals. So let's think about it. No matter how much you love your job, there are days where it's going to feel like you're just slogging. So you're just going with the flow pretty much. Um, that's okay as long as you don't let the bad days slow you down. But sometimes passion just isn't enough. That's when your goals come into play. So you should have short term goals and you should have long term goals. Now, this could be a different topic for a different day, but short term goals are those that you would accomplish within, I always say to be reasonable, within a month, within a week to a month. Long term goals would be um, something you would accomplish within a year to a year and more. So a year into 5 to 10 years. That's a long term goal. Now you have to set these goals because this keeps you accountable. You should have it on a calendar. So write it down on a calendar, an actual paper calendar that you put on your wall, your refrigerator. And you should have it in your cell phone. And hopefully the iCloud or whatever storage you have on your phone doesn't erase it. And I use Outlook. It pops up and reminds you. So I would recommend you do that as well. But I think it's important. So just to recap, let's see. So the 8 steps to build your motivation. Number 1 is get up early. Number 2 is eat a good breakfast. I know a lot of people don't like to eat breakfast. It's important, most important meal of the day. You have to eat breakfast. Number 3 is optimize your alarm. Number 4 is work out. Number 5 is start with why. Number 6 is remind yourself of your wins. Number 7 is do something that makes you happy. And number 8 is remind yourself of your goals. So these are 8 steps that you should take and implement. It's important to do this. This will keep you on the right track, on the right path. It'll keep you motivated. It's going to keep you going. I've implemented them in my life and in my business ventures, and I do encourage you to implement them into yours. So I hope this was helpful. If you want to stay connected and stay updated with me, you can go on my blog, which is patricianeely.com, and you can add your name and email address so you stay connected went to the next blog post. And also, if you have any comments or just want to shoot me a private message with any questions or concerns, you can do so as well. I do hope this was helpful and you learned something today. And I hope you implement this into your life and into your business ventures, and it keeps you productive and it allows you to succeed and become successful. So, hope this was helpful. Hope everyone has a good evening, and I will talk to you later. Take care, guys.